Today we are completing body paragraph number 2. So this paragraph addresses what the other side believes, and we use a counterclaim and rebuttal along with textual evidence. So in any paragraph, body paragraph, we have to start with a sensible transition word. So something like next or additionally would work. You can just Google transition words. You can look on page 34 in your iBook, but choosing one that's sensible. So for instance, the word first would not work for body paragraph number 2. Your counterclaim and rebuttal we put into one sentence, and we do that using a conjunctive adverb, like however. I'm going to show you what that looks like on my sample here in a second. And coordinating and subordinating conjunctions. We need to keep it one sentence. So I started out with the transition, additionally, and then I went right into my counterclaim. Some may believe that more technology in classrooms would increase misuse. And then we use a semicolon, and then something like a conjunctive adverb, like however, comma. Districts could supply teachers with screen monitoring software. So notice I say who believes that technology, more technology in classrooms would increase misuse. I have to show who it is. I don't believe that, but some may believe. So you can say some may believe, critics argue that. You've already talked about your counterclaim in your introduction right here. So some may believe that new technology would allow students to misuse the technology. Notice that's not word for word what this says. We never want to repeat ourselves in an argument, because then that makes it sound like we don't know what we're talking about. So make sure that you're just rewording it. That's where it becomes tricky, because this is the second time we've had to talk about misuse of technology. And then, however, districts could supply teachers with screen monitoring software. Okay, in our introduction, I said teacher monitoring would prevent this issue from happening. Okay, so that's my rebuttal. I reworded it right here, so it's not the same, but it's still in one sentence, the counterclaim and rebuttal. If you're wondering where I came up with that counterclaim and rebuttal, remember we first wrote it right here on this paper. Okay, came up with the idea and my teacher signed off on it. So counterclaim and rebuttal, the next thing I have to do is provide my evidence to support my rebuttal, or another way you could say it is to disprove the counterclaim. So by refuting or providing a solution or providing a counterexample is what we did right here. Okay, I gave a solution. We're going to provide the teachers with monitoring software. Begin with a new lead-in. If you've already used in the article by, or if you've already used as published on the blank website, okay, don't use those. Come up with something else. I'll show you what I did for mine. Don't forget citation, okay? So here is what I used. Impero Software states on their website, okay, I gave the website title, states on their website, and then I gave the textual evidence that shows how monitoring software works and how it's beneficial for students and teachers. And then again, at the very end, I cited where it came from. And then last but not least, we have to elaborate. We have to identify why this evidence disproves the counterclaim, or another way you can think of it is supports your rebuttal. How is it disproving the viewpoint, or what's the solution, or what's the counterexample? So I started off with this evidence proves. You can say this evidence demonstrates, this proves, this shows that there are resources that districts can use to prevent misuse of technology for students. If misuse occurs, these softwares allow teachers to take action. And that is the end of body paragraph number 2. Next is conclusion.